So I'm back at one of my old haunts today. I haven't been here in a number of years, but I found some pretty neat Civil War stuff here and some colonial things. There was an old mill and a Civil War campground about a quarter of a mile down from where I'm at right now. And yeah, I found some bullets and a few things, cannonballs, some buttons. But I have a friend that gave me a lead on a certain hole down there where he found a ton of stuff like 30 years ago. Said he found like 17 bayonets in one day. Got a beautiful Virginia belt buckle out of there, which I've never found one of those. But he said it was loaded with iron, and he had one of the old machines, and he just didn't feel like he could get everything because there's just so much iron. So he told me about it, and say, hey, go down and check it out. So that's what I'm doing today. Now I've hunted right over this spot before, right where he told me. I've hunted it, and I found some big shards of like pots, the old cast iron pots. But I didn't spend any time there. I just dug a few and kept moving. But we're going to go back to that one spot today. We're going to hit that and see what we can find. I'm pretty hopeful, really. I have my big magnet with me. I also have my wetsuit because the water is freezing. This is a very, very cold water creek. Even though it's like 90 degrees out today, it's going to be chilly. I froze to death yesterday on a creek just like this. So let's go on down. Got about another half a mile to go, and we'll be at the spot, and we'll see what we can find. I'm very, very hopeful. So we made it to the spot. What do you say we get to it? Let's do it. Well, I just got my first signal right here, and I think it's iron. But look, I looked up there, and there's a horseshoe and some other iron placed up on that rock. So that tells me that I'm probably in the right spot, because someone has already dug here and set the junk up there. So I just got my first good signal, and it is a flat button. This one probably predates the Civil War, though, by the construction. You can see where we have the shanks attached on the back. That's a cool find right there. Hope there's a lot more. Maybe a few gold coins to go along with it. Well, I just dug my first bullet. I can't tell if it's been fired or just mashed up a little bit, but hoorah! We're going to work our way up through here and out in the middle and see what we can find. There's tons of iron in here. I have pretty good hopes that that dude missed a lot of stuff because it was a long time ago with different types of machines. But I found one bullet, one flat button so far, and I've been here an hour. But there's been a lot of yucca pucks coming by in kayaks, so I've just been kind of hiding out a little bit. Guys, listen to all this iron in here, eh? You just have to kind of listen in between it. That bullet was nice and loud. There's something squeaking there, hear it? Every once in a while. That's possibly something, but it could be a little flat piece of tin. I'm going to dig it up and see, but I have to turn the camera off. Sorry about that. That last little squeak over there was just a bent nail. I do have a much better sounding squeak here. I thought we'd dig this one up together. Yeah, see right there, listen to it. That sounds like something. Can't go underwater because I still have my camera that leaks. I did order a new one, but it hasn't come in yet. I think it's going to be a little flat piece of tin. That gives a good little squeak on these machines. I have to dig him because I just hate to pass something up good. Alright. Hopefully the next one will be better. There's a sweet little squeak up in there. That's definitely non-ferrous. Now I'm a little afraid it could be a can being up in there. But we definitely have to dig it because it could be a plate. I don't know what that thing is. Looks like it's pewter. I'm not sure. That almost looks like a fuse. The fuses do not have square parts like that, but I'm thinking that's pretty old, at least Civil War era. So we'll definitely check up in this bank a little bit as we go along too. That's a nice little find. I'll take. Look at the bottom of my magnet. I'm just dragging it along, and it hooked a big old piece of kettle or frying pan. That's probably really old, and another piece of metal. But what I wanted to show you is this. Look at this cable right here. Now, a few years ago, last time I was here, and maybe 10 years before that, this cable was actually live. If you grabbed it, it shocked you. Now, it wasn't a terrible big shock, but it was enough that you didn't want to grab it anymore. Now, I called the DNR, which is the Department of Natural Resources, and reported this and gave them a little map and GPS and said, this is where it's at, it's in your creek. And they said they were going to come down here and make sure that it was taken care of. So, you think they did? We're going to grab it and see. Are you ready? Now, if I don't make it, this is going to be like one of those lost videos, like the Blair Witch Project. Yeah, let's grab it. I've done it before. It's dead. They definitely got it turned off, but left it in the creek. All right. Really? Just dug this cool little spoon right here. Looks like an old one. Not sure how old. I guess it's just copper. Might have been silver plated at one time, but that was a good signal. That could have been almost anything. I also dug this a little while ago, and I think this is actually part of a carpet bag. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. Part of the skeleton of one. So this is a good little area. We'll keep working around in here real slow. There's so much iron in here. I'd probably do well if I just took my magnet and cleaned it out some, but we don't have that much time today. So we'll just keep moving along like we are, and hopefully we'll find a nice Confederate plate or Confederate button. That would be nice. That's my goal today. It's a nice Confederate button. There's so much iron right by this tree. I'm just taking the magnet and just poking along and grabbing stuff. Look at all the stuff I've been finding there. I've broken horseshoes and all kinds of metal. I don't have any bayonets or guns yet, but you never know. But there's no way I'd be able to hear a plate or a coin or something underneath that iron. So I'm going to get out as much as I can with the magnet and then recheck this hole right here. And hopefully there'll be something good in there for us, huh? What do you think? Should we do it? Yeah, we should. Well, I didn't end up with a whole lot today, but I had a good time. And I got to finally just completely mark that place off my list. I don't think I'm ever going to go back there again because it's such a long paddle. Let me show you what I found today. And I got a few things of interest, but most of it's just junk. I did get a few Civil War bullets. These are some mini balls. That's a fired or battered carbine or something, I'm not sure. I guess it could be a mini. It's been damaged though, and one little round ball there. I got a couple spoons. Here's another spoon here. That's part of a knife. Again, I think this is part of a carpet bag, but I could be wrong on that. Somebody's bracelet, but that looks pretty new. I did find some new coins. Like this is a Roosevelt dime. I think it's silver, but I'm not sure. I got a bunch of pennies over here. Did get one axe that's been beat to heck. I don't know what they did with that. And a large cent. I'm not sure what kind of large cent this is. Let me try to clean it off just a little bit so we can get a closer peek at it. I don't have to turn the camera off though. Well, I'm not sure what this is. It's definitely not an American coin. It has a bust on it. I'm assuming it's a British coin of some kind, but I don't quite recognize that. If any of you guys know what it is, let me know. Oh, and I forgot to add these in. I also found a couple flat buttons. And I think that's an overall button right there. And this thing I don't think is very old. That might be a split shot. No, that's a some type of buckshot right there, fired buckshot. I found that right with one of the flat buttons in a slightly different location. Okay, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was fun making it, but I'm done.